an adventure and a half. This is a really interesting explore today. We're on a hunt to find the crash site of the downed World War II fighter plane, the Hawker Hurricane. I'm en route just now to Loch Doon, where we'll pass the castle, then park the car, and then we'll continue our journey on foot. As you can see by the footage, we've had a covering of snow. The weather forecast for the rest of the day is heavy snowfall, which may have an impact in our search for the wreckage. Fingers crossed that hopefully doesn't happen. And if anything, the views here are stunning. The Hawker Hurricane was designed by Sidney Cam. It was built by Austin Motor Company and in Canada by the Canadian Car and Foundry. It was flown by the Royal Air Force, the Royal Canadian Air Force, the Royal Navy and Soviet Air Forces. The aircraft was in production between 1937 and 1944. Over 14,000 aircraft were built between the UK and Canada. What is recorded about the crash is that on the 18th of March 1944, a mixed fleet of Typhoon fighter planes and Hurricanes took flight for a refuelling stop at RAF Woodvale. 7 Typhoons took to the sky, with the 11 Hurricanes following on 10 minutes later. Of the 11 Hurricanes, 9 arrived at Woodvale. Number 10 arrived at Walney Island, but number 11 was missing. 7 minutes after takeoff, Hawker Hurricane number 11, flown by Roswell Murray MacTavish of the Royal Canadian Air Force, dived and disappeared into the clouds southeast of Loch Doon. See if we can find this World War II plane. Just peeking through the clouds. Look. It's beautiful here though. Look at it. Lovely. It's like Christmas. That's picture of this 2 weeks ago. Yeah. This weather. Right now we're following the trail along the south edge of the loch.
The good thing is we can still see the tracks in the road.
Why just now? What road? Can't even see the road. It's pretty heavy and it's sizable snowflakes as well. Is that Star Cottage there?
Star Cottage.
I think it is.
I told them far away to that then.
Star Cottage was indicated as a marker we should look out for in a blog. This marker would enable us to find a right hand turn off which would lead to a fire break in the forest. Absolutely belting down. Look at that there. You can see that in the camera. Jeez. It's not quite a blizzard, but the snow's very heavy. Not a lot of wind though. Good day to find a plane crash site.
Yeah?
It's a good day to find a plane crash site. We're looking for a turn off to the right to take us through a fire break. Which is a path right along it. Check this weather out. Unbelievable. Right here, there's a bridge here. In one of the videos I seen a guy cross.
Aye.
It's one of these bridges, I did see him cross it. Then he get lost.
That's a come.
What's that?
Hear that? What's the river, isn't it? That waterfall? Oh, over the bump.
On.
Over what? Pushing through that. That gate's open.
Right, the burn must be a the burn will be an indicator here.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Finally we found the right hand turn off we were looking for. It's got to be right. It must be.
Right?
It must be.
Actually, the gate.
It's what?
Fire break in there.
Yeah. That's just taking us away from it down there though.
Eh?
That path is taking us away from the area though, right round. I don't think it's that then. At this point, as we continued our journey, we were unaware this was the correct path we should be on, and also the snowy conditions are making visibility extremely poor.
Did we want to be heading up this way?
Yep. Yep. Okay. If we had just continued on this path for a few more minutes, we would have been on the right route. Up ahead of us, the path veers onto the left and double backs in itself like a U-turn behind the onset of trees on the left hand side. It's in the fire break, it said. Actually, in the fire break.
There's a fire break just there, would you agree?
But what he said, one of the videos I seen was, due to the trees being felled, it kind of throws you off.
Yeah. What do you think?
How do we get down there?
Do we walk through the trees? It'll be better.
If we can. This is all the same, isn't it? Really?
Aye,
You can't get
this
through
is
that.
all fell.
You can't get through that cave.
No.
It's not hard. This is where our navigation goes wrong and we turn back in the wrong direction.
I'm honestly think we'll near it. If not, we've got a right good stick.
Making matters worse, we enter a pine forest. However, Kev is surprised at what he finds. It's an adventure and a half. Does it look promising?
Eh?
Does it look promising? Right, I see it now. Right, find a path through the forest here. I'm hoping this takes us to a fire break the trees on this crash site, but who knows. Nope. Need to head back.
Well, Ronan, you can't well camp in here, I don't think that.
No.
The
It's not a natural forest. It's just, it's a plantation or not. It's not natural forests as such.
What's that? An axe?
What?
Nielsen? It's a Nielsen axe.
Stick it in your bag. What the?
That'll sharpen up nicely.
Somebody's murder weapon threw away. I don't know.
I'll sharpen that up.
Perfect.
That'll do.
If it helps us find the crash site.
I think we might be right. I think we're maybe a wee bit too far down, aren't we? What year is it? 2025. We emerged from the forest. It's still snowing. What do you want to go back?
Aye, that's no taking us anywhere. I'm afraid.
Need to find Star Cottage in.
Yeah, I think it's Star Wars, I think. Aye.
Okay, is it this?
Totally beautiful. It's amazing looking.
Was that Star Cottage?
Years ago.
Get what I mean? Because that looks up.
No, it's got brick. It's got brick windows on it and stuff. As time is getting on and daylight starts to fade, we decide to get the drones out, which is the last resort of the day, in a desperate hope we may find something in the footage that can help us find the crash site. And then we spot it. Coming up in part 2. Right, this is another mark on the map. This path up here, I think it's straight on. Aye. Aye. I'm thinking something over there, Kev.
It is. There's a wee sign.
I've got it. What does it say? Yes, Hawker Hurricane. We found it.